Steve Ryan joins us right now on the line to talk about the Wine Foundry in downtown Sonoma. Welcome to Eat, Drink, Explore Radio, Steve.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for having me.
Well, great to have you here. Now, could you be called the Wine Foundry, formerly known as Crush Pad?
Technically, yeah. Or it would be a little more accurately the Wine Foundry that has
evolved from Crush Pad.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, kind of come out of the ashes of Crush Pad.
Right. So Crush Pad was something that started off, I believe, in San Francisco, then moved to Sonoma, and it was a way for people to bottle their own wine, learn about the winemaking process, get kind of hands-on with it. But they had a great concept, but didn't execute it all that well, and they were in danger of completely going out of business. And then you guys came in and rescued them and kind of tweaked the business model, right?
Almost right. They actually did go out of business.
Oh, okay.
And so what we did was our principals, along with myself and a couple other staff members that worked for Crush Pad as well, got together and bought all the assets from the trustee sale, and to basically avoid liquidation and be able to provide a way for all of the wines that that customers and clients had paid 100% for in the past would have been liquidated, and so we stepped in to be able to provide an avenue to finish those.
Yeah, that really would have been a bummer for all those people that went through the process and then wouldn't get to see the results.
Exactly.
Wow. So good. Those people will get their wines. And now, which vineyards do you work with? We're talking about some high quality grapes that people get to play with.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's everything we do is very high quality from Napa cabs. Some of those vineyards are Reverence Ranch Vineyard in Coombsville, a site called Rutherford Bench up in Rutherford, Hoops Vineyard in Oakville, owned by Spencer Hoops there. Those guys are actually getting a pretty amazing score coming out in Wine Spectator on December using the same fruit. So, and then down to Santa Barbara County, White Hawk Vineyard for Syrah, and Gap's Crown for Pinot Noir and Chardonnay.
And you have some up in Mendocino too, right?
Yeah, so up in Mendocino, we historically had worked with Launder Vineyard, which I think now is owned by the Jackson family, and Anahala Vineyard. We actually are working with a really unique, cool site called Manchester Ridge, which is up in the Mendocino Ridge appellation, or AVA, which is kind of an exclusive spot because you have to be 1,800 feet up to get into it. So,
oh, yeah. Hey, you mentioned the Coombsville area, and I just want to say quickly, my cousin, Bill Moore, has a little vineyard there, B. Moore Vineyard.
Oh,
and,
very cool.
He, or no, it's R. Moore. Sorry. B. Moore would have been kind of cool.
Sorry,
but
cuz.
yeah, R. Moore, and he was just featured in an article for the Chronicle.
Oh, that's cool.
I saw
Terrific.
that. It's like, that's really cool. Yeah.
I'll have to look for that.
So anyway, Patty.
So, Steve, I'm looking at your website, and it says that it's a 6-step process. How long does this take if a customer comes to you and says, okay, I want to do my own wine? How long does that process take before, from the planning stage to actually seeing those bottles ready to sell?
So basically, from if you take it from harvest, if somebody were to sign up with us in say March, obviously, we're dealing with Mother Nature, and the fruit's not going to be harvested until the fall. Or if you came on with us right now, let's say, where we're just finishing up our harvest, and it depends on the varietal. So Sauv Blanc, for example, we picked that, and it's already in barrel. We picked that in September, and that's in barrel. That'll be ready to bottle and either be put on tables or go to market if you're doing our commercial solution by March, April, and then if you Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, that's going to be about 12 months or so from the time it's harvested, and then the Bordeaux varietals are looking more like 2 years. So it just depends on people's level of patience and just style and taste of what they want to do and take it from there.
And you can be as involved or as detached from this process as you'd like, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So we've got clients that are on the other side of the world and have never stepped foot in the winery. We've got others that are up almost every week, just trying to find something to get their hands dirty and jump into.
Actually, be involved in the process.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the idea is that you're the winemaker, and so Our winemaking staff will make sure that you're not making any horrendous decisions with your wine.
That's good.
And we really try to make sure everybody respects the level of quality of the fruit. But yeah, you're the winemaker, so you get to be as hands-on or hands-off as you like. A lot of people just like to, at the end of the day, have a bottle that has their name on it, and that's it. Other people really want to be able to say that they jumped in and did the whole process. So.
And some people actually want to get into the business of selling wine, right? And you assist on that level as well. And from what I was checking from your website, you make it pretty easy.
Yeah, we do. We do. It's pretty much a full-service solution for selling, doing all the compliance, accounting, reporting, and licensing for the brand. So we kind of handle all the mucky stuff that nobody really wants to do, and it's actually extremely expensive for a small brand to do. And we just leave the sales and marketing up to the brand owner.
That is fantastic. So I imagine there's all sorts of red tape when it comes to an alcohol product, and then all the different tax structure and that. You take care of all of that.
Yep.
So, Steve, I have a question for you. If you're buying grapes from the same vineyard as another customer who's using your service, what's going to make my wine different than the other person who's using grapes from the same place? I mean, are there things, without being too technical, that I can do that makes mine stand apart from someone else?
Absolutely. It's a great question. You can, without getting too technical, you have control with your winemaker to determine what you want your secondary fermentation to be like. You have complete control over the final blend of your wine, because really what you're making with the grapes is the base wine, and then down the road when we get closer to bottling, we do a final blend where you're going to come in with different blending components that we provide, all from the same type of vineyards or the exact same vineyards.
And you could choose the amount of time they're in oak and that sort of thing.
Yep, that's the other thing is you choose, type of oak, toast level of oak, and amount of time on new oak, whether you have French, American, all of that. So it really becomes a unique wine.
Well, that's interesting. Steve Ryan with the Wine Foundry in Sonoma, and it's so easy. It's just thewinefoundry.com, located in America's favorite wine region, according to TripAdvisor's latest list of places. Pretty cool. Hey, Steve, thanks for joining us. I want to take a tour of the place when I come up there next, if that's cool with you.
Absolutely. Please let me know when you guys are coming up.